And Pakistan is observing Kashmir Solidarity Day today, and Prime Minister Imran Khan is leading a human chain in Islamabad to express solidarity with the Kashmiris who are under Indian oppression. Thousands of Kashmiris, including children, are languishing in Indian jails since India illegally annexed the occupied valley on August the 5th by revoking Article 370, which gave a special status to the occupied valley. These are the live visuals coming from Pakistan's capital Islamabad, where Kashmir Solidarity Day is being observed with a large number of people who have thronged there, and Prime Minister Imran Khan is himself leading this particular human chain rally that is being organized today in Islamabad to show solidarity with the Kashmiri people who are under Indian subjugation, especially after the revocation of Article 370 that was revoked on August the 5th. And since then, the occupied valley has been under consistent curfew and complete communication blackout by the Indian government. And a huge number of Indian paramilitary forces and the armed forces have captured the innocent Kashmiris, unarmed Kashmiris, and limited them to their homes, making Kashmir, Indian-occupied Kashmir, as the world's largest open-air prison. And this issue had been raised on all the international fora by Prime Minister Imran Khan, in particular at the United Nations General Assembly speech, where he said that the world needs to play its role in order to resolve the crisis in Indian-occupied Kashmir. These are the live visuals coming on your TV screens from the Constitution Avenue in Islamabad. You can see a large number of people holding the flags of Kashmir and Pakistan have gathered over there, and Prime Minister Imran Khan, along with other cabinet members and the advisors and the special assistants, is present himself over there, and a human chain would be formed, and the solidarity would be expressed with the people who are under crushing curfew by Indian armed forces since last over 2 months rather. And as you can see, people are expressing their solidarity that the Kashmiris are not alone, and the Pakistani brethren stand shoulder to shoulder with them for their struggle for their right to self-determination. So in that regard, today, the Friday is being observed as the Kashmir Solidarity Day, and a human chain is being formed at the Constitution Avenue in Islamabad that is led by himself, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Imran Khan, along with other senior members of his cabinet and also the advisors along with him. And you can see the enthusiasm and the spirit of the Pakistani people showing and expressing their solidarity with the people of Kashmir who had been under Indian subjugation, particularly for the last 2 months when their autonomy special status was lost. And Prime Minister is now speaking to the people over there.
जमा है कश्मीर के लोगों को ये पैगाम देना कि पाकिस्तानी कौम कश्मीर के लोगों के साथ खड़ी है.
We are here to express our solidarity with the Kashmiri people, that Pakistanis always stand with them.
बार-बार दुनिया को पैगाम देंगे.
Secondly, we will repeatedly impress upon the world community
80 lakh
that 8 million Kashmiris,
Kashmiri nahi, insan,
rather than Kashmiris, they are more of humans, and we want to impress upon the world that 8 million human beings in Kashmir.
हिंदुस्तान की फौज ने कर्फ्यू में बंद किया हुआ है.
Have been imprisoned from over the last 2 months by the Indian armed forces, crushing curfew in the occupied valley.
की प्रोटेस्ट को तो फ्रंट पेज headline news
International media on one hand is raising and reporting about the Hong Kong protests which are underway over there.
जहां तक मुझे इल्म है अब तक थोड़े से लोग जख्मी हुए हैं, शायद 2-3 लोग एक्सीडेंट की वजह से हांगकांग में मरे हैं.
As much as I can remember, only a few of the people have got injured during the ongoing protests over there, and a couple of them have died. But on the contrary, in Indian occupied Kashmir, Indian government has locked down over 8 million people inside their homes. Women, children, the old age people, the sick, the ill people who require the medical treatment and care are all locked down in their homes. And the international media is not giving proper coverage to the issue and the humanitarian crisis that is unfolding in Kashmir.
क्यों शहादत हुई कि ये वो हक मांग रहे हैं जो आलमी कम्युनिटी ने यूनाइटेड नेशंस की सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल में उनको हक दिया था.
Over 100,000 Kashmiris have lost their lives in the last 30 years just because of the fact that they are demanding their right of self-determination, which was promised by the United Nations Security Council to them.
इत्तेजाज करते हैं और सामने उनकी फौज खड़ी है हिंदुस्तान की, जो इस बेदर्दी से और इस तरह का जुल्म कर रही है उन पे.
The Kashmiris on one hand are struggling for their right to self-determination, are faced by the Indian armed forces who resort to the brutal tactics in order to suppress that freedom struggle of Kashmiris.
ये चीज सामने रखना चाहता हूं double standards की.
I just want to put forth in front of the world about the double standards of the world community. That on one side that the protests like in Hong Kong have been given so much hype in the international media, but despite being the disputed territory, Kashmir, the world community is not paying any attention to this crisis.
मुझे अफसोस से कहना पड़ता है कि यहाँ सिर्फ एक दुनिया ये देखती है कि अरब 1 अरब से ज़्यादा एक मुल्क है, उससे तजारत हो सकती है, उससे पैसा बन सकता है, और पैसा इंसानों से ज़्यादा मुल्कों के लिए अहम है.
I say it with utmost sadness that the world community actually looks forward to a market of over 1.2 billion people rather than standing with the innocent people of Kashmir who are looking for justice and the uplift of humanity.
एक चीज याद रखना, अल्लाह ने इंसान के हाथ में सिर्फ कोशिश दी है.
We must all remember that the Almighty God, Allah, has given the man his way of efforts, and one can only make strides for a certain goal.
जिस रास्ते पे तूने लोगों को नेमतें बख्शी, आप सिर्फ वो रास्ता मांगते हैं, आप उस रास्ते पे कोशिश करते हैं. अल्लाह ने ये नहीं आप कहा जब हम नमाज में मांगते हैं कि अल्लाह में मुझे वो मंजिल अता कर, उससे कहा नहीं वो रास्ता अता कर. ये है वो रास्ता, हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं और इंशाअल्लाह पूरी तरह कोशिश करते रहेंगे कश्मीर के लोगों के लिए.
Pakistani government is leaving no stone unturned in order to raise the Kashmir issue at the international level and also to show solidarity with the Kashmiris for their right to self-determination, and we will continue to do this one in future as well. Pakistani nation stands by Kashmiri people in their struggle for their freedom.
ये तहरीक है कश्मीरियों को उनके ह्यूमन राइट्स के लिए, उनके हुकूक के लिए तहरीक है. ये आप देखते रहें, ये समुंदर बन जाएगी इंशाअल्लाह.
This movement for the uplifting of the human rights of the Kashmiris will become a very forceful movement in future.
आहिस्ता सबको समझ आनी शुरू हो गई. लोगों को मैंने खुद लीडर्स को, मुल्क के प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स को, प्रेसिडेंट्स को खुद मैंने समझाया है. मीडिया पे गया हूं, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता बात फैलती जा रही है. कभी अमेरिका के कांग्रेसमैन और सेनेटर्स ने इस तरह की स्टेटमेंट्स नहीं दी जो आज वो कश्मीर के लिए दे रहे हैं.
I've talked to many of the world leaders and showed them the true picture of what is exactly happening in occupied Kashmir. And it has never been in history that the senators and the congressmen from the United States have given their statements in favor of Kashmiris, and they have urged India to lift the curfew immediately.
अल्लाह पे ईमान है कि इंशाअल्लाह ये जो नरेंद्र मोदी ने इतनी बड़ी हमाकत कर दी है, ये जो इसने कश्मीरियों से किया है, अपना आखिरी पता खेल दिया है, इसके बाद ये समझता है कि कश्मीर के लोग भेड़ बकरियों की तरह आराम से मान जाएंगे कि जी क्योंकि हिंदुस्तान ने अपना आइन बदल दिया है गैर कानूनी तौर पे.
No, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has played his trump card. He thinks that the people of Kashmir will be subjugated and will just concede to whatever has been done to them, which is a historic mistake by Indian Prime Minister. But this is not going to happen.
उनका मौत का खौफ खत्म हो चुका है. जैसे कर्फ्यू उठेगा, लाखों लाखों कश्मीरी सड़कों पे निकलेंगे और इंशाल्लाह ये जो रास्ता मुझे नजर आ रहा है, ये इंशाल्लाह कश्मीर के लोगों की आज़ादी का रास्ता है. शुक्रिया.
And as soon as the curfew is lifted from Indian occupied Kashmir, the people will befittingly respond to the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's mistake. That is a historic mistake. Prime Minister of Pakistan Imran Khan was addressing to a huge gathering over there at the Constitution Avenue in Islamabad as Pakistan is observing the Kashmir Solidarity Day today, and a human chain will be formed to express the solidarity with the people in Kashmir. And Prime Minister Imran Khan said that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made a historic mistake by revoking the Article 370 and taking away the autonomy of the disputed territory, despite there are international resolutions, the United Nations Security Council resolutions regarding this territory as a disputed one. Indian Prime Minister and his government has taken the unilateral action and deprived away the people of occupied Kashmir of their fundamental rights, and the international community should take the cognizance. He also said that he has spread this word to all the world leaders at every international fora, and never in the history has it happened that a congressman from the United States has also raised the voices in favor of the Kashmiri people who are under Indian subjugation, particularly after the revocation of Article 370 that happened on 5th of August. And the number of troops deployment was also increased from 7 lakh to 1 million in Indian occupied Kashmir, and 88 million people of Kashmir are under consistent crushing curfew by Indian government, and the complete communication blackout is still there. Prime Minister Imran Khan is leading the Kashmir Solidarity Day human chain today in Islamabad. These are the live visuals coming on your TV screens. Prime Minister, in his address to the people over there, said that India has made a historic mistake, and as soon as the curfew is lifted, the people of Kashmir will respond befittingly to this inhumane treatment which has been meted out to them over the last few months, and the world should recognize that this is a sheer violation of human rights that is going on the part of Indian government. And he also said, sadly, it is being observed that India looks for, rather the world community looks towards India for its 1.2 billion people market. And he has urged the international community, rather than following this suit, they should stand up for justice and humanity. And he also said that Pakistan will always stand by the Kashmiri brethren, and their right to self-determination will be achieved. And he also went on to say that international media on one hand is raising the protests, in very few and limited number of people have been even injured and hurt there in Hong Kong. But as compared to that one, the international media has not reported has not properly reported the humanitarian crisis which is unfolding in Indian occupied Kashmir. For talking more about this and getting the latest updates from the Constitution Avenue, we've been joined by our correspondent in Islamabad, Isa Naqvi. Isa, thank you for your time. Can you describe to us and for our viewers the scenes that you can see at the moment at the Constitution Avenue as the people have gathered over there to express the solidarity with the Kashmiris?
Yes, thousands of average common citizens of Islamabad, not just them, but also students from schools, colleges and universities, and not just them, but also the common people, average businessmen and the employees of the foreign ministry and the other nearby places. They have gathered here at the Constitution Avenue of Islamabad to express solidarity with the people of Kashmir. And they have now just formed a human chain on the Constitution Avenue. And as I have traveled through these roads, I can tell you that all the roads leading to the Prime Minister's Secretariat in Islamabad, which is situated on the Constitution Avenue, there are people who are standing on the roadsides and to express solidarity with the people of Kashmir. And as Prime Minister said in his speech that he'll not left any stone unturned unless the Kashmir issue is resolved. And he has also talked about the double standards of the international community as they are keeping silence on the issue of Kashmir, and how the international media is paying more attention to the other issues, and they cannot actually look at the plight of Kashmiris, what is happening with them. Over 8 million innocent Kashmiris are virtually jailed in the occupied territory after the Indian illegal annexation of the occupied Kashmir.
Okay, Isa, as we know where this particular demonstration is taking place and a human chain is being formed on the Constitution Avenue, the diplomatic enclave also lies over there. So, I mean, don't you think that it will send a very strong message to the people sitting in different embassies and the consulates over there, and the world will come to know that the spirit and the kind of what the association we have got with the Kashmiris, and we are not leaving them alone in their struggle for the right to self-determination?
Not just that, I can tell you that usually when such a demonstration takes place in or around the Constitution Avenue or in the red zone of Islamabad, usually the roads going to the diplomatic enclave are closed for average and normal traffic. But today I've seen vehicles, cars of the diplomats coming in and out of the diplomatic enclave, and they are looking at this activity firsthand. Although there is some problem for the traffic, which is moving obviously because of the number of people that have gathered on the Constitution Avenue, but this is different. That usually the traffic used to be blocked on these roads for any kind of demonstration, but today there is the flow of traffic is slow. The traffic is jammed at different corners, but the traffic is going on these roads, and the people sitting in the cars, and especially the diplomats who have seen coming out of the diplomatic enclave, they have also seen that how thousands of people have.
Okay, thank you very much. Our correspondent from Islamabad, Isa Naqvi, giving us the details of the demonstration where the people gathered in huge numbers to express their solidarity with the people in Kashmir. The Kashmir Solidarity Day is being observed all over in Pakistan, and a human chain is being formed in Islamabad, and that is led by Prime Minister Imran Khan.